Before you lock your doors tonight, ask yourself this. What if the man who destroyed dozens of lives once lived just like you? What if he mowed his lawn on Sundays, smiled at neighbors, stood quietly in line at the grocery store? This is the true story of the Golden State Killer, a monster who didn't hide in the shadows. He lived in the light. In the 1970s and 80s, California was gripped by a terror it couldn't understand. At night, though, homes were invaded with no forced entry, no alarms, no warning. He would enter silently, sometimes days earlier, unlocking windows, memorizing hallways, learning where children slept. When he returned, he brought rope and fear. He whispered instead of shouted. He mocked instead of rushed. He tied couples up and stacked dishes on the man's back, telling him calmly, "If I hear them fall, she dies." Victims said the worst part wasn't the violence. It was the waiting, the sound of his footsteps moving through their home, like he belonged there. Police called him many names, the East Area Rapist, the original Night Stalker. But a name didn't stop him. He attacked more than 50 women. He murdered at least 13 people. Then, suddenly, he stopped. Years passed, decades. Survivors aged with unanswered questions. Some never married. Some slept with knives under their pillows. Some blamed themselves for surviving when others didn't. And while they lived with trauma every single day, he lived free. He had a job, a family, a normal life. He walked past people who feared him, and they never knew. 40 years later, science did what fear could not. DNA, left behind in silence, finally spoke. When he was arrested in 2018, the room didn't erupt in cheers. It filled with tears because justice came late, too late for many. The survivors didn't cry because he was caught. They cried because they had waited a lifetime to be believed. The most terrifying truth wasn't what he did. It was this: evil doesn't always look like a monster. Sometimes it looks just like the man next door.